let's talk about the best update that DJI has come out with for the Pocket 3 yet. And it just happened, as far as I know, pretty recently. Now, I just put it on my Pocket 3 about 5 days ago and started playing with it, and I'm so excited about it, and I used it a bunch on the vacation I just had to the UK, which, if you follow my other channel, Woods Family Travels, you'll get to see the full-length video of that trip, shot mostly on the Pocket 3 with a few photos from the other camera I'm shooting on right now. But really, all the video was shot on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So everything you see on it, which will be out within the next week or so, because I still got to edit it. But head over, Woods Family Travels. I hope you guys follow there and see some of our travels we do as a family. Regardless, this update that DJI did was fantastic. The first thing that it added is a Med-Tele Mode, which basically is giving you an optical zoom on the Pocket 3. So it's guaranteeing that it's going to take it from a 20mm to a 40mm zoom and maintain the 4K aspect. And now this feature is also available in the 2.7K. And you know how in the 2.7K you typically get a 3x digital zoom? When you use the tele mode, I guess you call it telemed, the Med-Tele Mode. I don't know why they call it Med-Tele Mode, whatever. There is some restrictions, like in Med-Tele Mode, the maximum ISO is 1600, so low light stuff's not going to be as great in it, or you at least won't be able to get your ISO up there as high in low light stuff. But regardless, it's been fantastic for what I've used it for. And I do think that it's a huge difference. I think that it's really giving you like a quality zoom, looks 4K. You be the judge. I'll show you. Anyways, what I was saying was in the 2.7K, if you are using the Med-Tele Mode or Mid-Tele Mode, I'm just going to start calling it Tele Mode. So if you use the Tele Mode, you only get an additional 2x zoom. So it's probably just so that it can maintain a good quality even with that 2x digital zoom. That would be my best guess. It doesn't really explain that on the download screen, but read it yourself and then play with it yourself and judge for yourself. So to activate and get it, you'll see down here next to where it says 2.7K, there's two little arrows kind of pointing outward and diagonal. You'll tap that before recording. Now, the downside of this is you cannot adjust it once you start recording. So you need to know in your shot that you would prefer 40mm plus, because you can digital zoom on top of that. But you need to know in your shot that you prefer 40mm for this shot. Hit it, start recording, take your shot. If you need to adjust out and get a wider, you're going to have to stop recording and then hit it to get it to go out. Sorry, am I shutting off? So there's some fault to it, but by far the coolest thing they've done to update this camera and just make it better. Anyways, check out some of the shots. Right now I'm in standard Med-Tele Mode and I'm filming this. So we're gonna switch it from Med-Tele Mode to just a 2x zoom, which in theory should give us a similar framing. So let's try that. Okay, so this is the standard 2x zoom. So it should be a similar framing, if not the exact same as what the Med-Tele Mode was. I did not move the camera. And this is the standard. What looks better, this one or the other one? This is the Med-Tele Mode with 2x zoom added. So in theory, this is giving me like an 80mm lens profile. What do you think? Does this look usable? So let's go ahead and zoom out real quick. And so this is standard Med-Tele Mode. What do we think, guys? Well, this is the standard, what my framing, what my shot really looks like in the 20mm. So this is 2x digital zoom on the Pocket 3, normal 2x digital zoom. I'm sitting at like my framing where I can almost touch my camera. So we're at a 40mm equivalent. Now let's go ahead and do the Med-Tele instead. This is the Med-Tele mode. What do you think's better, this or the digital zoom? Now I'm gonna back up a little, give you a digital zoom on top of the Med-Tele mode, and we'll see how that looks. But I'm gonna sit here still for a minute so that you can see in comparison, digital versus, and I'm gonna digitally zoom in 2 more times, and then I'm gonna back up a bit. But first let's digitally zoom in and just see what it looks like as is. All right, so that's digitally zoomed in to 2 times as well. So we're sitting at an 80mm equivalent. Let me back up so that it actually makes sense for the shot. All right, so this is the Med-Tele mode with an additional 2 times zoom. Sorry guys, I have a head cold, but this is Med-Tele mode with 2 times digital zoom. Is this still usable? Because this is an 80mm equivalent zoom that we're getting out of the camera. This gives us so much extra. So what do you think? This still usable? I'd love to hear it in the comments. I think it is. And I think it looks pretty good. Maybe soften up the sharpening like this. And so if you soften it up a little bit, I think it looks a little better when you do a digital zoom and then soften it up a bit, because digital zooms always look a little iffy. But what do we think about the new just Med-Tele mode by itself? I think it's pretty incredible, and it's a difference. Like it's definitely a difference. So the other thing they added that I am getting a lot of use out of, especially from this trip, because I didn't want to have to continuously pull my phone out or pull this camera out that I'm recording on to take photos throughout the trip, is they added the ability to grab screenshots from the VENMO app, getting yourself photos. So for me to do it and be mostly focused on videos throughout the trip, but knowing that like I want some photos for my other social media platforms and stuff like that, what I did some of the times was just like raised my shutter speed so that I knew I'd have some less blurry movement, and then I was able to pull photos from it. You also can pull live photos. So it gives you like a couple seconds of live photo when you select them in the VENMO app. And the last feature I really care about, which they did do a couple other ones, and those are up to you to check out and learn for yourself. But the last one I care about is the focus breathing compensation. Now, they do a subtle crop when it's activated, which allows it so that the shift in focus from a near and far distant focus doesn't cause the framing to adjust. So I'm focused on my face. We'll do it close up. Let's do this. And then I'm going to focus on something far back, and you'll see the frame adjust. See how the frame moves? And I also have it on auto everything right now, so it's adjusting the brightness. But you see how it all moves? So we'll turn it on. So to get to this focus breathing compensation, you'll swipe over from the side, and you go down just underneath where you're selecting, and compensation now. Turn it on. And then when I do that, if I'm focused on my face and then I focus on the background, you'll notice a significant less change in that, like the framing of the shot. All right, so we got my face focused here, and then I'm gonna click the portrait and just see, this is with it off, so focus compensation's off right now. I didn't mean to track it. So we got my face focused, then we're gonna go to the portrait, and that jumps quite a bit, so, damn it, my auto-vac's going on. Face, portrait, that's a pretty decent jump. It's not huge, but if I'm real close and I do my face to the portrait, it's a big jump. Let's go, boom. It's like kind of abrupt. All right, let's see how it does with it off, or with it on. Focus breathing compensation on now, and there's the portrait, and there's my face, and it's almost non-existent. Like, that looks good. And what I wish DJI would actually do is add like a focus, like the focus wheel you get on the action, or not the focus wheel, like the zoom wheel you get on the action cameras. If we could get that added for a manual focus pull, that would be so cool. Like somehow adding it to the screen, maybe like when you want to use it, it's like a thing you tap the zoom, where you can switch from zoom to gimbal control, and even switch that to like a focus pull. And then you could slide it up and down to get like a smooth focus between objects. That would be real cool. In my mind, it would add the option to do stuff, but in that, I would want like some peaking in there, or along with peaking, the ability to actually do like a point A and point B maybe focus, so that you can get like a smooth focus between like a point A and point B. Like if I wanted to be focused on me in a scene and then somebody else walks in and I know where they're gonna be and I just hit like a A or a B as it does it, and even if that was just in the Memo app, that would be awesome. I had a Sony phone that does this on the Sony's phone like Pro app, and it's so awesome to have. So it would be something that would be super cool to see in this, as well as other cameras, like, because they just don't add it to cameras. Like you could do it with like a manual focus pull on a camera and stuff, but they just don't add it to cameras. Something like that could be cool to add, but this is a great step. Like just this compensation, because it was very abrupt before. Like you saw the difference. So DJI stepped it up with this latest update. I'm super excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. Update your app, update your Pocket 3 itself, and enjoy these new features. I am. All right, well, that's about it for today on talking about this. I hope to see you guys next week with another one. If you enjoyed this, if you got something out of it, hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. Other budget videography, tips, tricks, Pocket 3 stuff. And I hope to see you over on Woods Family Travel so that you guys can check out some of my travel stuff, mostly shot with the Pocket 3. All right, peace out, guys. Go enjoy yourself. Shoot something awesome. Don't forget to post your work. Be proud of your work. I'll see you later. Bye.